Hi, you know me, Lift the Loft, and I've been on YouTube for 8 years, the same time that I've been a Christian. And as a young Christian, YouTube Christians have taught me how to witness Jesus to others, and I just wanted to thank them for that. With my new skills intact, recently I decided to witness Christ to these neighbors, and I made sure, of course, to bring my 1611 King James Version Bible. It turns out that my neighbor on the left is a heathen Lutheran. They belong to the Sunday church. We know what that means. Mark of the beast. That's where we get the mark of the beast. So I tried to explain that to this neighbor, who promptly slammed the door in my face. So then I made, following the example of my fellow YouTube Christian brothers and sisters, I made a 6-foot sign and put it on the porch, and it read, "Satanists, get right with God." The next weekend, I saw a neighbor across the street, and he was getting out of his car, and he had a fez cap on, and I asked him if he was a Mason. He had no idea what I was talking about, so it was clear to me that he was Illuminati and trying to hide his membership in the secret society. I shouted at him so the other neighbors would hear. I told him to repent, but he wouldn't listen. So then, when he wasn't looking and closed the door in my face again, I took a big can of spray paint, colored yellow, and wrote "Satanist" on the side of his car. Shortly after, armed with the sword of the Spirit, again the 1611 King James only Bible, I headed to another neighbor's house. The woman was very polite, and she agreed with me that Jesus is Lord, and she was very, very sweet. And I thought, I finally found a sister close by. So she offered to get me some coffee, and she went into the kitchen and she got her coffee. But as she was in the kitchen making the coffee, I looked in her library on a bookshelf and I saw the NIV Bible. Now I knew I had to get out of there as soon as possible before I became infected and became NIV positive. So what I did is I grabbed that NIV Bible off the shelf. I put it in the middle of the room so she wouldn't hear. I pulled down my pants and I took a dump on it. Immediately after, I put my pants up on as fast as I could, bolted out the door, but made sure to yell for the Satanist to repent and to get right with God. Now, I want to thank my brothers and sisters here on YouTube for showing me this example. Granted, I think it's a lot easier to make videos and putting down people and telling them what they're doing wrong that stay up on YouTube forever but don't have any interaction like real life. Or, make jib-jab videos of people with their faces dancing in leotards. I think it's a little bit harder in real life, so I'm hoping to get bolstered up by my brothers and sisters in the comments below. I do know if you have a dissatisfaction with the way that I do things, heathen, you get away, be gone, repent. And I thank God for that persecution. People persecuting me. And if you are on YouTube and you were doing these things of God that other YouTube brothers and sisters are doing, and you aren't getting flack, something's wrong.